Let's kind of move on now to the Punjabi side.
Yeah.
So you went to Punjabi cinema. Back then, it was still kind of growing, right? It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't what it is now, where there's a film coming out every single week or whatever. What was that experience like?
Good.
Yeah.
Not nearly as bad as Bollywood. So I used to do all the music for Jaidev Kumar at that time, because I think at that time there were younger producers. I think Honey Singh was music directing at that time, just starting out and kind of getting his momentum. So Jaidev Kumar is like, he basically was under Chanranjit Ahuja.
Yeah.
So I was excited. Like, I learned a lot about production, music, and arrangements. You're around the best people.
Yeah.
So my skill set just got better, right? And so we're doing music, and like, overall it was a good experience. I got to meet like I got to work with Harbhajan Man, Gurdas Man. Even I think at one point I even did Diljit's first film song.
I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah. And then
Diljit's first film song.
Yeah.
This is like Diljit you see now.
Yeah.
Isn't the Diljit that you was working with? This guy was still kind of climbing the ladder, etc.
Yeah.
And it was his first kind of feature film, Jimmy Shergill, if I'm not wrong.
Jimmy Shergill, I think, was Gippy's first film as well.
First film.
Yeah, Melkara Dirabba, yeah.
The song that you put in there
was Dekh Lo Punjabi Munde, which was done from Deep and Kamla Punjabi.
Yeah. It was a massive song.
Yeah.
This song, it wasn't your standard Punjabi song. It was literally Diljit, who had like kind of folky voice.
Yeah.
You got these West Coast boys.
Yeah.
And you fused it both together, and it produced an amazing sound.
Yeah.
Tell us about that song.
So they basically wanted something fresh and new.
Yeah.
Deep, Kamla, and myself were working on their album.
Yeah.
And they wanted a fresh idea. I was bouncing around some ideas. We came across this idea of like, okay, that was for a film, right? So I spoke to Deep. He goes, yeah, this is a wicked idea. Go for it, right? And so then we did, they gave me Diljit's vocals, and then I produced the record, and then gave it to them, and it blew up.
Yeah.
And then we did a remix version.
Did you ever meet Diljit in that process, or was it just the vocals that were given?
No, I didn't meet Diljit.
Yeah.
They're very careful about keeping everything separate, like in the sense, like I used to hang out at the studios all the time. I was more involved with like stuff like Chak De Javana, that was Gurdas Man's film, Harbhajan Man's album. That was more involved in, but I think like Jaidev liked to record the vocals. Like some artists only want like the music director or in the singer in one room and the studio guy. Like, everyone's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So my stuff was after the fact. Like I got the song, now do the work.
Like we're going to break down Deep and Kamala on one side, Diljit on the other side, but I want to talk about Deep and Kamala quickly. These were artists again. It's the same story again. They come out, they got a hit song, momentum's with them, and they disappear. How did these guys go from like, say, rising, that they've kind of a point now where they can go bigger. They're doing stuff which Honey Singh and those guys hadn't even touched yet, which Bacha hadn't touched yet. This is a new team you've built.
For me, it's one of the biggest regrets and saddest stories.
Yeah.
Because we started like, so I met Deep and Kamla like Sunny 2004, and they were on America's Most Wanted 4. Well, I think which was my last release before I moved to India.
Yeah.
And we talked about. I said, look, you guys have a wicked sound, wicked vibe. We should do something with this, and we should blow up Punjabi hip hop. And we wanted to really like usher this like scene, like the sound. And this is before, I think Bohemia was just starting out, and it was such a new thing. But I said, no, we can take this to another level, right? And for me, Deep Coles is the number one Punjabi rapper, period. And I've done like, I must have like 20 plus, 30 plus songs with Deep, right? And so we worked on an album, and then this is around the time when they just blew up Ataf Aslam, right? And they were just starting to work with Mika Singh before, like it was before Mika Singh was huge. They're just starting, right? To work with him and blow him up. And so I was involved with all the labels at that time. right? Because I just got, it was like 2006 or so, right? And we had the album. We wanted to add another song. So I talked, and they said, yeah, we like the idea. I said, it's Punjabi hip hop. We blow it up in Punjab. It's going to go. And they go, we need this hit song. So the three of us worked on Siti Mar, which I think if you go on YouTube, you'll find the video. Like, it never really got released, but it's out there in the internets, right? And we shot the video and everything. We shot the video for another track, and flew them in, right? And for them, it was like, whoa, we're going to India. Like, this is like crazy. Like, so that was like shocking for them, right? And then the issue that happened was I was there for a bit, so I knew the game, like how it gets played, right? And they were so we got the contract, and what happened was, so the A&R people were like the middlemen, right? And they wanted to get signed. They're like, listen, I can't remember what the amount was, but in the contract it had like our names on it and an amount for advance pay. We never got that money. That went to the A&R guy, because he goes, I want my drink, like I want my piece to sign you guys. I'm gonna make you guys are gonna become stars, but I don't get any of that money. This is how my compensation for making you guys stars. So what happened was, when Deep and Kamala were sent the contract, they're like, where's our money? And they were like upset. And I get it. I said, listen, guys, you don't understand, because they're in Texas.
Yeah.
They don't understand, right? How the game works or whatever. And they go, where's our money? I said, dude, like, there isn't any money. It never came to me. It went directly to the guy who's organized the deal, right? And they were like really pissed. I said, listen, they've flown you down. They shot the videos. Trust me, they're going to blow you up. And it's such small money. You guys are going to be superstars after this. Just trust me.
Yeah.
It's going to go. CTMR is going to blow up. It's going to take over. They're going to put a lot of money behind it. And what Deep ended up doing was, he called up a copyright lawyer, like a music copyright lawyer or a contract lawyer. And that lawyer called up and started this contract. They're putting holes on the contract. I get a phone call from the A&R guy yelling at me, going, these guys aren't even stars yet, and you guys are already dictating and stuff like that. Forget it. Done. It's over. And that was it. It ended. And that is the pivotal moment where, whatever, like, well, I'll tell you what happened after, but like, that was their chance.
Yeah.
If they didn't make if that phone call never happened, they would have been like, the three of us would have been the head or launching of blowing up Punjabi hip hop. But it didn't happen. And the person that did do it, who's one of my favorite artists, was Honey Singh.
Yeah.
And all credit to Honey, because he smashed it. Period. And I'm a results guy. He did what I tried to do, which is why I out of all the artists, like, I don't listen to too many artists anymore, but he's one of my favorite, because he did something that I really wanted to do, that I was passionate about, and I just couldn't make it happen. And then me and Deep were always okay.
Yeah.
And KP, like, I'm like, I talked to once in a while, but it was more like Deep, because Deep was still rapping on my tracks up until Bad Boys, and then Mukra and all these stuff, up until like 2012, like pretty close, like before he passed away, right?
This is what I want to come touch on, like, touchy subject before we move on. And you mentioned Deep, you mentioned Current MC, and you touched a little bit on America's Most Wanted 4, right? Which we'll talk a little bit about later on. But Sonny Babla, Deep, and KP, sorry, not KP, Current MC, sorry, all three of them passed away. How does that impact someone like you? Because you grow a relationship with these guys, you make their music, and then suddenly they've now left this world. As in, like, the music stays, but they've now gone.
It hurts. Like, I'm not public with my pain.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Some people are. They're like, oh! like now everybody cries on social media about anything. I don't do that. I cry by myself. I deal with my pain by myself. And that's just how I do it. I don't care if other people don't understand or are expecting some sort of reaction, or like Sanj never said anything, or like he should be here. Listen, I handle my pain my own way. When Karan MC passed away, he passed away 2 days before I landed back in 2010 when I moved back to England. And I was heartbroken. Did I see anyone? No. Did I discuss it with anyone? No. I dealt with it myself because my pain. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm doing it myself. When Deep passed away, same thing. We all live with it, and you move on. I mean, there's nothing. You just got to move on in life.
Yes, I Have an Opinion podcast. Its owners and associates take no responsibility for opinions or statements made by Sanj Singh, its co-hosts, callers, or their guests. Yes, I Have an Opinion podcast is meant for entertainment purposes only. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, or annoy anyone. If you get annoyed, just tune in to something else.